Right, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do some real easy basic text animation. So let's get started. I've got the timeline panel open. You can open that via window, animation, or timeline rather. It's changed. This is CS6 I'm using. You'll probably be able to tell from the interface. And we're going to animate this text. So I'm going to get the move tool. I'm going to click on this here, create video timeline. And it's opened this up. There's our layer on the layer panel, and there's our layer in the timeline. I'm going to scroll down this little squirrely, and you can see we can transform, change the opacity, the style, and play with text warp. We can also add audio by coming to this little flyer and adding audio. We're not going to do that for this tutorial. If we was working with an object, we would have position instead of transform, and we wouldn't have text warp. And if we was working with 3D, we'd obviously, or maybe not obviously, have some more options. But let's just work with what we've got. First of all, I'm going to set a keyframe for the transform, the opacity, the style, and text warp. So we'll go through all of these real quick. I'm going to bring the work area down to about 1 second. This blue thing here with a red line going through is a CTI, current time indicator. And work area, and it's a bit different on CS6 to previous versions, but we'll just leave it like that. Let's get started. I'm going to go to about half second, 15 frames. I'm working at about 30 frames per second. Yeah, 30 frames a second. You can change that to any of these, or you can enter it manually. And I'm going to move my name down, and also while it's there I'm going to press Ctrl T and rotate it. That way it will record the position and the fact that I've rotated it, and if I resized it, probably that as well. I'll go to the 1 second, I'll move it down, press Ctrl T, bring it down like so. So now if I play through it backwards and forwards, you can see it moves and it just rotates a little bit. I'm also going to change the opacity, so at halfway I'm going to set the opacity to 50%. I'm also going to change the colour, so I'll add it, and I'll do that in a bit. And I'll also open up text warp. So to get to text warp, you've got to be on a text tool. It's this little tab here. Open it, set it to maybe arc, and bring the bend down. And then go to the 1 second. I'm going to set my opacity back up to 100 and change the text warp back to none. So now it moves, it rotates, and it bends, it warps. And we're going to do the style as well. So at the beginning, when it's on that first keyframe, we're going to set a color overlay and leave it red, and it will record that. We'll come to half a second, we'll open back up the layer style box, and that's really what the style option is for. Go on color overlay, we'll change this to a purple, and then we'll come to 1 second and we'll change it to probably blue. So now we've animated all 4 of them properties, and what we're doing is we're animating over time. So the keyframes records the properties of an object, in this case the warp, the style, the opacity, and the transform / position of this object, which is a piece of text. And if it was just a square box or a square shape, then you wouldn't have to transform, you'd have to position, you wouldn't have to text warp because it ain't text. And then every change you want to make to that object, be it text or not, as you're you need to record it with a keyframe. Now once you've set down your first keyframes, if the property can be recorded, it will automatically record it. So the more you practice it, the more it will sort of become clear to you. Let's just quickly turn off that layer, and I'll just make a little square, fill it with pink. Oh, try again, create a new layer, fill it with pink, and I'll just animate this quickly. Let's just undo that. Right, this opened up here because that's where my CTI was, so we just can bring it back to the beginning. Simple like that. Bring the CTI to the beginning, use the squirrely to open it, and a keyframe position there, and a keyframe there, which will be automatically recorded. Let's set the motion to rotate and zoom, and if we bring this in like so, we can see it rotating. It's probably better to bring that closer. So now you can see there's a slight rotation to that. So that's what I'm showing you, is how to just add a animation quite automatically by just choosing one of these options. Anyway, you play with that. Some other things, all your options are in this flyout, so have a look at them. You can render the video from this flyout, which is good. This is to zoom in on this panel on your timeline, and just to note that this is timeline animation. You can do frame animation, which we'll cover in another tutorial. For now, that's it. Thanks for sticking with it, and do come and check us out at photoshopbus.co.uk. Until next time, I'll see you later.